great success at our last conference when she gave a fabulous talk. Was the last one or the one before that? I can't remember actually. But it gives me great pleasure now to introduce Silver Magnolia, Maureen Hector, who's going to be talking about follow-ups.
Maureen Hector. I've been in FM for 5 years plus. I shouldn't normally be nervous standing in front of a crowd, but give me good smiles, then I'll be better. This is going to be one of the fastest presentation you'll have. Don't mind if I read from my bit of paper. Okay. When I was asked, to talk about something, I wasn't given a topic, so after a week I thought, well, follow-ups, because it's something that I've had a lot of experience in, and where I've lost prospects because my follow-up hasn't been very good. Right. So with follow-ups, the first thing that I've written is we can do that by post, by email, by text, by telephone, by Skype, Facebook and other social media. Yeah? I suppose people already do those? Right. Follow-ups. By post. Short, simple. It should be short and simple, whatever you write. If someone's asked you to send them an information pack, you would send them a cover letter with it. But make sure that your cover letter is short and simple. You don't want your cover letter to be something that that's already written in the pack that you send out to people. Because I made that mistake in the beginning where, there's so many sheets that I've given to people that they get bored after reading a few words. So it's got to be something short. And a cover letter, an example of a cover letter would be, please find enclosed FM information requested. If you have any further questions, please do not hesitate to contact me. Regards, Maureen. 25 words. You don't need more than that. By email and text, the same letters can work for that also. By Facebook, you're not going to go on Facebook and be talking to people, but because you've noticed them on social media or Facebook, you might just send a message to them, how are you today? So they'll remember, well, Maureen just saw me here, maybe I need to ring her. By telephone, you should get straight to the point and be informative. Don't answer questions what people are asking you. So you stick to the question that they've asked you, you answer those questions. If, you answer the questions that they ask. Don't put ideas into people's head. Stick to the point. Because 3 months ago, I lost a lady that I signed up in Scotland. And I lost her because I gave her too much information. I know that's what it was. Because she was okay, she registered, great stuff. And then I sent her all this information on the email. And she sent me back a message saying, I don't think I can do this, it's just too much to do. I'll never learn all this. So I'm learning by experience that too much information, no good. We've got to keep our information short. People will learn these things as they go along. Sorry. Just look at my little postcards. Another thing that I've learned with follow-ups is when you, something you have to agree in the beginning when you've signed someone up is that how often can I ring you? And what time can I ring you? Because it's no good that you're on the phone every day to someone when they might have their life, they've got their job, they've got their family to get on with, and they're going to get really bored with you. They're going to be saying, well, I can't do this. I've got 10 people I've just brought into my team. I can't be ringing everybody. They'll be spending all their life ringing everybody every day. So you've got to make an agreement with them, how often you're going to ring them, when you're going to ring them, and get them to commit to that. And if they've committed to that, then, you know, that's good. Especially for myself personally, I've got groups in Zimbabwe, I've got groups in Uganda, groups in the Cameroon. And because of time factor, I have to make sure that's right. Because you know, sometimes I'm up 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning talking to people in different countries. So you've got to work that out, you know, with them beforehand, so that when you ring, you know it's a time that you've arranged with them, and it should be okay. You don't want husbands, you know, moaning at your wives, moaning because you're on the phone, taking up their time. So it's short, get to the point on what you're going to discuss. Say if you had a conversation a week ago, then they should know what you're going to be talking about the next time you ring them, unless they've got an emergency. I'm always open that someone can ring me if they have an emergency and we can talk. But always know what is this you're going to talk about. Make sure people have questions that they want to ask, and then you can move on with them. Right. The words you use in follow-ups are so very important. And I heard it said today already that if, hold on, sorry, get to the point of what you need to talk about with people. Listen, do a lot of listening, because sometimes we can do a lot of talking and we miss what that person is saying to us along the way. So listen, then speak, answer only the questions that are asked. Does that help? Everyone's so quiet, you get me so nervous up here. Set up training sessions. If you're going to do this by post on the phone, you've got to set up some type of a training session with people. You know, when they've received the kit, you need to do a follow-up, because you need to go through the kit with them. They most probably looked at it and read themselves, but it's always great that you can go through it with them, with their kit. Promote business opportunity meetings. Encourage them, if they're interested, to, you know, to build teams to come to these meetings. Help them to work on their first order. That would be something you do to follow up. And suggest that if they've not used FM before, to buy products for themselves and their family and use those personally, so they'll have their own story. One of our follow-ups would be about making our list, support them in building their team, talk about their goals, talk about setting times, you know, how many times per week, you know, that you're going to speak to them. And as you know, follow-up will be different with every distributor, because we're not robots, we're all different, and things will work differently. As I said, overseas is a little bit difficult, and overseas can also be expensive. But what I have 3 phones. In my life, I never thought I'd ever have 3 mobile phones. It's ridiculous. But I've got a mobile phone that I use, a micro card, that I use for overseas, and £5 goes a long way. And then I have a 3 phone that I use in England for my business, and then I have my own personal phone. Right, businesswoman? Oh my goodness. Right, to close, follow up. How often? Agreed with the prospect. How long? Agreed beforehand. What if? Next time we'll talk about it. So it means what if? If someone, you know, got loads of questions really, and because of the time factor that they've given you, you've got to say, well, look, let's look at that next time. And if someone asks you a question that you don't know an answer to, be honest, I don't know. I'll find out from someone else who's a bit more experienced than you might know, and should know. Right. Once per day could be good for new distributors, but check that out with them, and make your calls short, to the point, agree beforehand. You could follow whatever you've spoken to them about by email. So it's good that you've spoken to them on the phone, but follow it up, just, you know, so that then you can confirm what you've said to them before. Once per week should be for short period only, but definitely checking out that people are getting their targets or they're meeting their targets, because once they say what they want to do, you can check out with them. I've got a flow chart. I'll ask Stephen if there's a way that he'll be able to send it to people if people want it. And I have a quick flow chart which says, when you've asked someone on the phone about questions, and if they said no, then the next thing you go on to is, great, when do you want to register? Then you need to confirm with them the price, what they have to pay for their kit, the date they're going to sign up. If someone says, yes, I've got questions, you need to answer those questions, but then you can ask any further questions. If they say no, great, when can you start? And then you might have that person say, well, I've got to think about it. If they say they've got to think about it, invite them to a business opportunity meeting. If they definitely say, no, this is not for me at this moment, ask for referrals. Thank you.